Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Patch.
Welcome back.
Yes, and today we're going to be doing a direct comparison between the Coolermaster MP510 large.
And we got the Equate, which we got on x-raypads.
So they're both large sizes, but they're not the same size.
The Equate's a little bit more square.
Yeah.
You know, the MP510 is just wide, a little wider.
It's a little bit wider, and it's just overall it's just smaller, which is interesting. Yeah. But anyways, they're both pretty good for me. I mean, the Coolermaster mousepad is actually not even a bad size. As far as the price goes, the Coolermaster MP510 is coming in at like around 25 bucks. And then the Equate mousepad is like $15.80 for some reason. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's on sale on their website. I think it's usually like 30 bucks, but it's on sale.
Yes.
It's really weird. But that's just the time of making this video. Of course, links as always in the description.
So let's start from the bottom of the mousepad. Really, it's just a textured rubber base, so it doesn't move on the desk when you're using your mouse or anything, so nothing really special there. And then around the perimeter of the mouse pad you have some stitching which helps the durability of the mouse pad, so it doesn't fray or anything over time. And
I feel like the Equate actually has a slight leg up here. It just feels a little less intrusive on the ends here. It's pretty wide on the MP510. I feel like it would really, you'd notice it if you went over it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it kind of protrudes out a little bit more than the Equate.
Another noticeable difference is the MP510 is just going to be a thicker mouse pad.
Yeah.
Which you would think gives you more padding, but it's very, very firm, so you don't really feel the padding.
I feel like it's the stitching that's thick. If you look at the actual stitching, that's probably...
Yeah, because they're like some thick... It's like a thick weave in there.
Yeah, sheet thick.
It literally... It looks like denim.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go over how it actually feels. So the MP510 is very rough. The texture is super scratchy, and like Lucas said, it feels like denim. And the actual, like, I don't know what to call it, like the stitching, you can see with the naked eye. Like, you don't even have to be that close to actually see it. The Equate, you have to go like really close to see the individual stitching or like the individual strings or strands. And because of that, I thought the MP510 would be a little bit slower. But comparing it, the MP510 is actually a lot faster than the Equate. That's crazy.
So, it's weird. As far as like feel goes, the Equate, it feels like a different texture. If you feel it in any different direction, it feels like it's a different texture almost. And what they were going for, as we stated in the original review video, is just sort of finding the perfect balance between speed and precision or control, and I feel like they did on this guy. With the MP510, it's the same texture pretty much everywhere.
But this is also marketed as a control mouse pad, and I feel like I like the what they're doing in the MP510. It's a little bit faster for me, and for me, I prefer faster mouse pads. But the really cool thing about the MP510 is that when you go sideways, it's slower. But then when you go up and down, it's a little bit faster because of the actual, like, kind of like the grain of how the strands are stitched together. Like, so if you go sideways, it's a little bit slower and you feel a little bit more resistance. But then when you go up and down, it's a little bit, like, it's a lot smoother, it feels like, because, you know, when you're playing, when you go up and down, you're just kind of like using your fingers most of the time. So you want that to be a little bit faster than when you're going side to side and you have your whole wrist and your arm to go side to side, you know? So I like that. The Equate just, like, it feels so slow and sluggish to me. I don't like it, you know, compared to the MP510. But Lucas, what do you like better?
I like them both. I would say that I like them both equally. The only qualm that I have with the MP510 that I really don't like is just how thick it is. I wish there was a thinner version of this. And the texture is a little harsh on here as well. Yeah. It's just, it feels weird on the wrist if you're using it for extended periods of time. So just for that, I would say I prefer the Equate. Even though it is definitely slow at first, I think both of these take a little bit of a sort of getting used to time. You can get used to either one of these. I just give the Equate, you know, a little leg up here just because I prefer the thickness, and then the texture seems a little nicer to me.
Yeah, and then when you're playing, the main difference is that, you know, the sideways and then the going up for the MP510, and it feels a good amount faster and not as sluggish as the Equate. But then obviously sluggish is just slow, and if you prefer a more controlled and precise, like, type of experience from your mouse pad, then obviously go with the Equate. but I'm gonna pick the MP510 for me personally. So, and also another cool thing is that the MP510 has a waterproof texture. So if you spill any liquids on the MP510, it's water resistant, so you can just wipe off the water. And the Equate mousepad is definitely not water resistant or waterproof at all. So.
Yeah, it'll suck up the water. You're gonna have to let it sit for a while outside or something. I don't know, let it dry on something.
So our personal picks, mine is the MP510. You like both, but they just feel different for you, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's a different thing for every player. I just like the Equate more for my play style. And that's why we have 2 reviewers here. You know, everyone's preference is going to be different on something, and that's why we can tell you why we like one more than the other, and for certain aspects or how we play. So that way you can pick the best one for you.
Yes. So it's like a what, $8-9 price difference. Not a huge deal, I don't think. So again, if you want a more controlled experience, go with the Equate. If you want more of a faster type of experience, even though it's not like super duper fast, then go with the Coolermaster MP510. But anyways, that concludes our comparison. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you guys want either of these, we'll leave links below. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you in the next one.